Hello, my name is Miles, and welcome to Alan Wake 2. We're finally here! So we've played the first Alan Wake American's Nightmare. That's not the name. That was close to the name, though. And a couple years ago I played Control, because I didn't realize it was a connected universe. So now that I have all the backstory, whoa. Okay. I just started the game. It showed all the logos, set up all the graphic stuff, and then this is just the first screen. So let's X to continue. Yep. Ooh, cosmetics. Yeah, I bought the deluxe version because it'll have the DLC in there as well. Let's just go with default everything for now. Yeah, as of recording, the DLC is not out yet. Or the second one isn't out yet. The first one came out, so hopefully this takes long enough for it to come out. Ooh, nightmare. We'll do normal.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Is this us? Alright, strong start. Yeah, this is this is already so much creepier. And it just looks fantastic. Talk about the environment and this man.
Can you hear me?
Please help, I think. I think I need help. Oh, yeah. I mean, we have to check. Can I see my Bengus? Oh, well-framed game, well-framed. Eh? Please tell me that's somebody here to help. Oh, God. No, no. Oh, Christ. No double jump scare. Triple. Oh, God. All the sounds are bad. Everybody's just really pumped for Deerfest, I guess. Oh, yes, please. I would like to sprint. Oh! Hey! Okay. That guy looks like he was one of the Taken, though. Considerably more dressed up, though. Oh god, can I not go that way? I don't want to go the way he came from. No, I don't like that voice. Help, please. Hey. Okay, maybe they're not taking it. The light isn't. Oh! What the hell? Powerful start. Oh my god. Is this the beginning of The Shining?
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Very understanding.
Work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Wait, Casey?
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Is this supposed to be Sam Lake? He's the writer. Like the actual writer.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
Okay, the son mentioned Casey, and one of Alan's characters is Alex Casey.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Invitation. Return 1. What does return 1 mean?
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
I mean, are we in the future now? Can we just take pictures of things with our
I
cell
should take a
phones?
look at that map.
Key locations. Map. Hell yes. Where are we? We're over here. I thought they said we were near Cauldron Lake. Oh, it's over here. Cruise foothills, Witch's Ladle, Witch's Hut, General Store, rental cabins, Witchfinder Station. What is this?
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
I said we should both be down here, watching this dead guy for safety. Hey, over here. Hey there, Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right.
Yay, Sheriff Breaker.
Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Oh, shit.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan. Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
I could use a briefing.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Any witnesses to the crime?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Let's take a look at the body.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
He just wants to be helpful. He's just bad at it. Also, there's a convenience store out here.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Look at that big tree. Hell yeah. Case board. In the mind place.
The Mind
Ooh.
Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
The facts are on the board.
God, the lighting on that deer head makes it so much creepier. It's just looming so much more. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, man. Okay, we gotta map the area. I guess... I don't think this lines up with the map behind it. Okay. Sorry, the Bright Falls Quadrangle? Is quadrangle really a term? It feels like it was made up.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Okay. So, the case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. You can use right to move around. L2, R2 to zoom. Cursor. You are now free to navigate the case board or leave by pressing circle. Can't read that. Previous murders. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help our search for the killer. Can I read this? Victims. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. 2010. Isn't that around the time everything happened? Ted Lane, dentist. Stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. The victim was reported missing in 2010, discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. Found in Cauldron Lake, 2018. Some organs missing. Predation? State of the body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Found 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. So I guess this is the guy we were running around as. Murder method. Slight difference in murders. Bloating only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Bruising on wrists and leg. Deep gash in the chest. Heart missing. All bodies experienced bloating. Those are gross. I'm going to stop looking at those. Killer profile. Post-mortem tattooing of the body. Victim number 3 was covered in illegible tattoos. A message from the killer, maybe? Or their art. The murder targets have no discernible common traits. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. Killer may be a sportsman or hunter. Okay. Yeah, not a lot to go off of. Oh, this is an easy way to look at the map. Why is this circled? Oh, that's where we're going. And then what's this goals? Oh, that's what we were doing. Okay. Cases. Nuttin'. We've just
I
arrived.
see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Visiting the mind place does not pause the game.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
I think you'll find that it's hard to evade.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am.
Oh, thank you.
Crack cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
I mean, I'd be careful. Starting fires is prohibited. Please do not feed the wildlife. Leave no trace. Aw, you raccoon. Hello. I love him. I'm who that sign is for.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
You're kind of old. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Okay, yeah, I could have just read that. I like to read my stuff analog. So we can be running around kind of like the previous game as Saga this time? And then Alan Wake just doing his own thing?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
I mean, is there any reason to? I suppose there's this thing here, and whatever this red is. Yeah, why not? I mean, would we find manuscript pages? Because those were left around by Thomas Zane in the previous game. What's this? Just a nice stone? Mortar Falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have. Oh man, I want to read it though. Is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. It's not a great view of. Fine. I'll go back and do my job. Don't want the body to rot out in the fresh air.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Alright, why did you come?
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hey!
Hello.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Did you move the body here, or did they just murder it really close to a store?
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Do those walkie-talkies not need to be pressed down to use? Alright.
This is the scene of the crime.
Beautiful
Found it on
buffet.
the table. Now, we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Huh. Left the heart here for
Body
some
is
reason.
positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
You unlock your first key image. You can place it on the caseboard inside the Mind Palace. Sure. Up allows Saga to see active clues. The key image can be selected with X and placed on the caseboard. Okay, well, it's such beautiful photography for a grim scene.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
I'll say no. Placing a key image on the caseboard brings in a new line of investigation. Another body has been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Need to see if this is linked to the killings we're here to investigate. Need to see if it's consistent. Oh, sorry. When a key image is placed, it will prompt a new question. Objectives are viewable at the caseboard and your goals. So this was a bit puzzle-solving as well. That's cool. You are now free to examine the caseboard or leave to complete this objective. I mean, I'm pretty sure we don't have enough. Yeah, I can't even press that. Okay. Am I just going to be able to find clues in here? What did I stock it with? Why didn't I make a more organized mind place? Aww. Wait, what? Okay. Dead body jump scare.
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
Did I not do that?
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Neat. Oh, I don't want to zoom in. Thank you, though. Newly discovered clues can be placed onto the open question. The chest wound matches, 'cause somebody had a chest wound before. The heart isn't. I think they mentioned something about wrist trauma. Bruising indicates the victim was alive when restrained, matches other cases. Yes. But I don't think the heart is consistent. Okay. How do I leave? Or do I just have to place all three? Because I would say no, it isn't.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind.
Okay, that's the part.
More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance this investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. You can check the updated goals by pressing triangle. Investigate the crime scene, learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. You are now free to examine the case board or leave to collect new clues. Okay. Murder matches previous cases, but interrupted. My God, my reading today. Murder matches previous cases, but interrupted. May find some new leads this time. And then we have information about the victim and the killers.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues.
Have you identified the victim?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale.
Oh.
He's FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Thank you. Okay. It's nice to know he survived, I guess. You knew them?
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end.
I'll say.
Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened after he got fired?
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nope. Well, I guess we don't know what they did to him when he was restrained. Anyway, so he's been missing since 2010?
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Yeah, because he was abducted by the Dark Presence at the police station, and we never saw him again, so... Maybe he got pulled into the dark place?
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Okay, I'm starting to build theories, but all these theories are stuff that she couldn't possibly know about. But, like, if these people were stolen in 2010, so they were likely taken by the Dark Presence, and potentially pulled into the lake, maybe Alan has been, like, sending them out to like, test ways for him to break out? Or he's sending them out and having them murdered by a cult to get the attention of some sort of government agency like the FBI so that they would come and investigate and maybe help him somehow? I guess that's my that's my starting theory.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Could be. It's usually what goes on tripods. But these probably aren't his. This is probably from the people or the city folk that ran away.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
True. Okay, yeah, I guess it also could be the killers.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Y'all just stand here while I go to the mined place. Oops. Case board. Okay. What do we have? So... Okay, now, I saw a bunch of dots. I thought that was indicating, like, importance. So, multiple sets of footprints. I think would be for the killer. Brackets plural. Lots of activity here. It's unlikely our killer was working alone. Especially if they restrained him while he was alive. Casey, Nightingale went off the deep end. FBI fired him. That is the victim. I trust Casey's read on people. Sounds like our victim wasn't mentally stable. Thornton, victim is Robert Nightingale, last seen in Bright Falls 13 years ago. She makes
Robert
thinking now.
Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Like she makes thinking sounds. Victim ID'd Robert Nightingale, former FBI agent, mental state questionable at time of disappearance. Okay, for later. That's fair. Heavy blood spatter on the table. I guess that's technically for the killer.
Huh.
They made the mess.
Footprints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Multiple assailants present. Messy scene. Crime of passion? Premeditated? I imagine premeditated if they brought a camera and beer to make a party out of it. Staking out this spot. Having a cold one while they waited for our victim? Thank you for using the term a cold one.
They planned for the murder to happen here. Passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Would they have known that he was coming up?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
You can use profiling inside Saga's head, inside Saga's mind place to get inside the heads of suspects and victims. Profiling.
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst mom. How cute. Well, they're watching shows without me. So, jerks. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. I'd say you're interesting. Yeah, well, ritual murder.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Find the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Okay. Missing person?
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
How is she getting that information? It's very interesting. Just pop these on the case board. Nightingale came from Cauldron Lake. I mean, it's the only way to get a bloated body. I can feel that Nightingale came from the lake, but why now, after 13 years? Where's he been? Yeah, let's check the lakeshore.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Yeah, maybe put a tarp over the body.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was...
Sorry, I can check the map. Witch's hut. I mean, I gotta...
That part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find. I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Sorry, this place was labeled as the Witch's hut. Don't like that I'm hearing stuff from inside. Yeah, I can't read that. Here lived the Witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. It would explain the knocking. Can I have a flashlight? I super don't want to go in. Oh! Okay, that's what's the knocking. Sorry, first thing I saw when walking in was a skull. Not the most welcoming. Alright, let's get back on track, head to the lake. This is creepy. And it's daytime. This is going to be so much worse at night. Sorry, Casey. Is this the way? Check the map again. Oh yeah, pretty much just right in front of us. Witch's Ladle, Cauldron Lake.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was going off track.
I didn't know trees got that big.
Ooh, yeah.
Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more.
Yeah, it's just
It's
trees.
kind of creepy, though.
That's an interesting picture.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake, it being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Or so the legend goes. Stuff like that tends to come true around this place. Investigate that butt. Hello?
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
May I read it?
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
No, but I super want to read that page, though. I mean, that looks like it's from a typewriter. Okay, thank you for picking it up.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school.
Hell yeah.
Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Okay, I absolutely want to read that.
Call Nightingale about this page.
Yeah, let's investigate that picture of him. How do I go to my mind palace? Mind place. There we go. The page.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
I mean, should we go to the lake first? Hell yeah, we got manuscript pages.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
It's so good. Okay, yeah, he's reading the edits and not reading the crossed out stuff, but I'm not gonna try and figure out what that says. Private. Well, I don't know why we'd put a private area in our mind place where nobody else can access.
Casey's favorite brand. Tastes terrible.
Okay, but why do we have stuff for Alex Casey in here? Because we also had a picture of him on the fireplace.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
Okay, yeah, these didn't light up before.
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softie Casey is.
Oh.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
Okay, no, not us when we were younger.
Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here.
Saga, for what it's worth, I think it's important that Logan grows up seeing you do what you love, what you're great at. That will teach her so much. There will be times just like this when you question your choices, your competence, even your own sanity. When things get dark, remember to trust and love yourself as much as your family does. You won't be perfect, but I know you'll be amazing. Love you always, Mum. Gonna watch my favorite show? They got the latest Bright Falls? It's wild that they are still making that show. Then again, they're still making Twilight Zone, so I don't know. Or are they? I know they've rebooted it like twice.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one.
What? The guy who strangled people on planes? Alright, well, I think we'll call it here for today. And we'll get back to the case on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you then. Sorry, I'm just taking in this amazing room. Love to spend time here. Anyway, so until then, goodbye.